Put some respect on my name. All three of y'all talking down, but I don't mind, cause I be fire don't shine. I thought it was love, I thought it was love. You drank my drink and smoked my smoke. Would you be here if it was broke? That's why I don't give a fuck. That's why I be like, bye, bye, bye. I don't need we lie. Bye, bye, bye.
So I'm gonna go ahead and get into this recording of how I made my intro picture. Eraser, PhotoGrid, and PicArt are some of the apps that I used. I went in, picked the photo that I wanted. It took me a while, kind of goofy. And after a little while scrolling, I just kind of picked one because I was tired of looking. And mostly just trying this out, but I like the way it turned out. So I'm going to use what I picked. Some pictures. Family. We're doing a face mask. This is the pick I decided that I was going to choose. So I went in with the eraser and started to erase the background. And I had to go in and adjust the offset because I didn't realize at first. And I was like, that's kind of dumb. Let me go fix this. So I zoomed in to get around the edges as best I could and then zoomed back out to erase the large portions. And it didn't take too long. It took maybe a good 10 minutes. It wasn't perfect, but I'm satisfied with how this turned out as well. And I thought it was pretty cool. It's kind of like Photoshop, but free. And I'm new to this technology thing, so not technology, but trying to figure out how to do these little apps and make my own stuff. And it was like a lot of zooming in and zooming out and undo. I don't know why I didn't just like erase the large parts. But you would find when you were putting the background in later, well, I would find, I should say, that it was like some stray pieces that I actually did miss and I had to go back in and erase them. So finishing up, erasing these last little bits. I actually started playing around with a few of the other features the app had to offer. I started adjusting the shadow, and I'm not sure what this did. I think it was just like contrast and how it blended into the background. And more so than anything, I just kind of left the picture the way that it was. I did do a little like coloration correction. Then I moved into trying to find a background. It took a while. It was kind of hard for me to decide personally and trying to adjust where I wanted my picture to go. I was trying to figure out if I could kind of try to blend my shoulders into the background or if I just had to lower it because I didn't want to show where it cut off where the original picture would end. the sides. You know, you can't just add shoulders and arms to a picture that's, you probably could, but so I played around with the background and positioning where I wanted my face. And eventually I just decided that I was going to go ahead and cut off part of my face. When I pressed save, this app, I guess, was like, you gonna watch a commercial. That's the only thing about this app that I didn't like. I saved it. I wasn't sure what to save it as, so I took a leap of faith. Then I went to my photos and made sure that it was the way I saved. I don't like how it left that little, I guess, watermark down at the bottom either. But that wasn't the problem when I moved on to the next app, which was... So I went into PhotoGrid and I found the picture that I just saved from Eraser. And this was my first time using this app as well. So I just kind of played around with it. It kind of prompted me, and I see that some of the stuff isn't available unless you purchase the app or purchase in-purchase app. I'm not sure which one, but I did all the free stuff. So I found a frame that I wanted to use, and I just kind of toggled around with it. Some of the stuff was available, some of it wasn't. And I believe this is where I cut off even more of my face. And I saved the picture for no apparent reason because I was still working on it. But it prompted me to save. So a few of the things about it was a little confusing, but you kind of catch your momentum. So I was playing around with framing, and I was really thinking about how I was going to go in and erase that PhotoGrid watermark. Because, of course, I don't want that. I don't want to advertise, free advertisement. This whole video is basically free advertisement, but I don't want it in my picture. It had little stickers that you could add. So I went in and noticed that they had the little social media stickers. I go ahead and add those. I went ahead and added those. I grammar. And I was a little worried because I thought the way that they popped up was how it was going to look. But you can actually go in and adjust the size and how they are, adjust the size and how they appear. So I straightened them out and lined them up to the side because I'm that person. I saw that there was a comment type one, but I didn't add it. I was like, y'all would know the comment. So this is where I went in and made it look the way that I wanted it to. And added the other little social media handles as well that I have to work on because I don't quite have all that together either. This is something new to me. So it took me to the next step, which was like adjusting how I want the picture to look. It just kind of took you step by step. And I played around with different looks and eventually came to this sketchy looking one. I think that's what I chose, was sketch. I was like, oh, that kind of fits the theme to my channel because I'm kind of trying to be artistic and quirky. But I also like the black and white. I did a few screenshots you can see throughout the whole video because I was like, I like the way that looks. I'm going to save it just because. And I was also trying to figure out how to put my name in there, but it didn't work out like that. So I just moved on to PicArt and chose one of the things that they tried or was showing. I wasn't sure what any of this was, so I put my picture in there and immediately just jumped in. So I figured out how to cut the PhotoGrid watermark off. And I was like, cropped it. There you go. I was like, boom. And I went in and chose the background color I wanted. I almost went with that blue. And when I chose the pink neon, I was like, I definitely should have probably did the blue. But they offer stickers as well. Some of these, you see like the little crown, you have to pay for that. And I realized that really fast. I took a couple of screenshots because of little cameras and photography things. I thought that was cute. And I took a while scrolling, and eventually I decided on a border. And they clearly had a lot of options to choose from, but as fast as it's going, you can see that a lot of those options actually you had to pay for. And like I said, I'm not paying for none of this. I chose the free options. And I did a whole lot of scrolling before I actually realized that you could go in and search for something specific. So there you go. This is what I chose. It was like a little neon sign, and I thought it was cute. And it offset the background pretty well. I played around with the coloring, and I almost decided to go with the yellow, orange, or green. This is where I started playing even more with the picture as a whole. And a lot of the stuff I didn't realize what it was going to do. And here is where I figured out how to add my name. I was going to do a text bubble, but I wasn't sure. I'm pretty sure it probably would have just like clicked done and it would have adjusted the way I wanted it to. But I just decided to type it and texturize. And there's my name. And this is pretty much the finished product. This was kind of fun, pretty easy. I played around. I couldn't get my handwriting together, so I was like, that's a no. And I just saved the picture, and there it is. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, follow, and subscribe. Find me on other social media, and I hope to see you again.